Hey YouTube, it's Bragg here. Bring you a video about the Aurora and the 5 different types of Aurora that are currently in Star Citizen right now. This is a Star Citizen video. If you are looking at getting into the Star Citizen game, it is still in alpha. And I do have another video up about talking a little bit about alpha and whether, it's worth it for you. And obviously it's worth it for some people and some people it's not. So anyways, we're going to be going over really quickly, and this one is the 5 different types of Auroras and why these ships might be, kind of what you need and what's going to get you into the game, or at least get you your starter package so you could test the game out and try it out. So there's 5 different types of Auroras. What I'm actually going into my hangar right now and pulling up is the Aurora MR, which is the one that came with the package from last year. I'm not exactly sure which Auroras come with which packages, but you can check that when you're doing the purchase. There's 5 different types, like I said. There's the ES, which is the base model. It's really, no nothing to it besides it's the base model of the Aurora. Very customizable, but it's, no frills, basically. Then you have the MR, which is the one that I brought up here, which is a slightly more advanced version of the base model. It has a little bit more weapons. I think that the hard points that it comes with, the guns that it comes with, are slightly bigger than they are in the ES. But it's pretty much still a base model of the ship. Then you get into the CL, which is the cargo, or the mercantile, what they call it on the website, the cargo ship of the Aurora line, which means it has the possibility of having the cargo attachment on it, which will make it a little bit more usable for moving cargo around, making trade runs and stuff like that. Then you have the LX, which is the luxury model, which has leather seats and all sorts of stuff. And there I went jumping out of the top of my ship from some kind of bug. But the LX model has a little bit more weapons. I believe it does come with some missiles and some better hard points than the lower end models. And then you have basically, I guess it would be considered the top end or the military patrol / top end of the Aurora line, which is the Aurora LN, which is the Legionnaire. Which definitely comes with missiles. It comes with I think a better engine, I think a better cooler, larger weapons on it, stuff like that. So it's pretty much kind of your decked out Aurora, and that's the one you're going to actually see in the commercials and stuff like that. Now, what I really, really like about the Aurora is it's a good all-around ship. It's a jack of all trades, yes, but it will be able to do most jobs. What we've been told, it'll be able to do most jobs in the universe, when the game comes out. You're going to be able to do cargo. You're going to be able to do a little bit of dogfighting. You're going to be able to do, security missions, trade routes, stuff like that. It's going to be able to do a lot of stuff, which, what a lot of people may or may not remember is when you buy a lot of these larger ships or more expensive ships, they're only going to be able to really do one thing well. The Polaris was the most recent large ship that was on sale, and I think it was sold for $750, and a lot of people kind of balked at that, like, well, why am I going to spend that much money on a ship? And honestly, I don't think most people need to. I think some people want to, or maybe organizations, these groups of gamers that want to play these games would like to, but I don't think individual people really need to worry about larger ships like that, at least initially. The Aurora and most of the other starter ships like the Avenger and the Mustang are perfect for people who just want to play the game. Basically, you want to get in there, you want to fight some aliens, you want to fight, maybe pirate, maybe you want to just do cargo runs, whatever it is. I think the Aurora and pretty much the starter lineup is your best bet, because you're not going to be investing a ton, but you're going to have enough to where you can upgrade that thing, to better weapons and, maybe make it more capable for what you're using it for. That it's going to be more of a, enjoyable game versus a giant ship that you're going to have a really hard time trying to maintain and keep up and getting enough people or NPCs or however the actual mechanics work when we find out. of keeping, that ship running. So starter ships, don't discount them. They are actually really good ships, and they're probably going to be definitely integral parts of the game as you see this game develop. I think a lot of people that get these larger ships think that's going to be the end all be all, and there's going to be no recourse or, no way for these smaller ships that are going to be able to destroy my larger ship. Well, by themselves, no, but in a team and against a team effort, yeah, absolutely. These starter ships are not, just throwaway ships. They're actually going to be good ships, and that's exactly what the developers of this game have said all along. So if you are looking at getting into Star Citizen, I would highly recommend looking at the Aurora. It is a really good ship. It's a really fun ship, but you might find later on that, hey, I like the Avenger better, or I like the Hornet better, or I like the Icarus better. Whatever your ship preference is, the great thing is all of these ships are going to be purchasable in the game with the credits in the game. So I'm not going to have to put money into the game to be able to get these ships. I'm going to be able to buy them with in-game money, which is fantastic. Right now, what Star Citizen is doing is trying to increase the funds for the development of the game, but as the game is developed, at some point they're going to have to cut that off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this makes some sense, and hopefully you guys are looking at maybe getting one of the Auroras, or maybe you're looking at some of the other starter ships. I'll be doing some other videos on the Mustang and the Avenger for sure, coming up really soon. I personally, my personal preference for the starter ships right now, and it's actually, I don't even know if they consider it a starter ship because it's slightly more expensive, is the Avenger, just because of the fact that it basically has everything all in one, kind of like the Aurora, but without having to modify it a lot. It's already kind of built into it. So I'll be going over that hopefully fairly shortly. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time.